Now your Super Doppler 10 forecast with meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler.
All right, we've got three systems in the tropics. Things very busy, to say the least. We have Tropical Storm Katia in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm not going to spend much time on this one because it's actually going to be drifting south and then affecting Mexico. It's not going to impact Texas by the latest forecast. There's Irma. We'll get in on that one closely, and we tracked Jose in the last weather segment. This one is going to stay out to sea in the short term, in the next few days even, but after that there's a little bit of uncertainty. But there's more certainty in what Irma is going to do in the short term, and that is affect the Lesser Antilles. I believe the island of Anguilla is next to be in line with the eye of the hurricane. Then St. John, St. Martin, and also into Puerto Rico. Maybe even taking a direct hit on Puerto Rico. We'll see. Right now the latest forecast takes a little bit north of there, but I mean it's got 185 mile-an-hour winds. There's the hurricane force winds. Again, it's over some of those areas that I mentioned. It's still east of the Virgin Islands, but not for long. Later this afternoon, it'll be moving in that direction. There's the tropical storm force winds in yellow. And now those tropical storm force winds are north of the island of Guadeloupe. So 185 mile-an-hour winds moving in the direction of Puerto Rico. At least part of Puerto Rico is going to be impacted by that directly. Maybe even, even though it's going to pass to the north of there, Category 5 force winds will be extending around it, and so they're still going to get shaken up by some very strong winds and possibly destructive winds. That's the same case for the Dominican Republic as we get into Thursday. Then it might skirt the southern end of the Bahamas, northern Cuba as well as a Category 4 hurricane. Now it looks like it'll stay just north of there. The trend has been to the east, so the track has been shifted east, and even the National Hurricane Center says that they may have to shift it east a little bit more, because look at the latest computer models. Now, none of them take it over Florida. That is a huge shift since yesterday. It's back to the east, and it is moving northward after that point. A couple now take it offshore. That would be nice, but I think it's favored. The consensus is for Georgia, South Carolina, and remember too, it shifted east a little bit. Even the National Hurricane Center says it could shift back to the west a little before we get to that point. Here's two of the models, big models we follow. The European, the GFS, they also take it up here into between Georgia and South Carolina as a landfall. This is into Monday late, and then they take it off actually a little bit more to the northwest after that point, which we would still see some effects here. We would still see some rain and gusty winds, but we would be spared the worst of the storm if that track were to happen, where it goes into South Carolina, Georgia. So we got plenty of time for updates on it. There's still a lot of uncertainty. Stay tuned for those updates. This will be in early next week, so we got a lot of time. Today, cold fronts moving in. We're going to see rain showers out there. We still have a southwest wind. We're still a little warm, but the front will get in here today and cool us down. Plus, there's a lot of clouds. Some heavy rain over parts of the Outer Banks, mainly Dare County, moving northeast. Lighter rain for Edenton, for Burgess, for Hertford rather, up to Elizabeth City. And then there's some rain, a lot of rain for Chesapeake. We're talking about from Hickory all the way up to Deep Creek. And some of that's now getting into Lansdowne and Virginia Beach. A lot of Portsmouth is wet, and also northern Suffolk and Isle of Wight. Carrollton, you've got some rain showers. All that moving to the northeast. Norfolk Airport getting a few spotty showers. That's going to pick up here pretty soon. It's quiet on the peninsula for now. Future Track has some on and off showers today. Scattered showers this morning, then the rain picks up in coverage between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock, maybe even before that point. Could see some heavy rain and gusty winds. And then overnight, on and off showers through tomorrow morning. But then after about 7 a.m., we start drying out, and the rest of the day looks good. So Thursday is going to be a nice day with highs in the 70s. Today, we're still in the low to mid 80s. There'll be a lot of clouds, periods of rain. We'll see a few thunderstorms too. Winds southwest and northwest, 8 to 12 miles an hour. And then tomorrow, upper 70s. After we clear it up in the morning, looks pretty good in the afternoon. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, highs in the 70s. We got nice weather this weekend. Monday, Tuesday. For now, with the latest track that it looks like it's going to take, Irma, I think we're going to see some breezy conditions and some rain, but if the track shifts a little more to the east, then we're going to be changing that wording to windy, and we'll be talking about some big problems in our area. So right now, I think we'll have some impacts from Irma based off its latest track, but stay tuned.